Hi guys, my name is Venus Flores, fitness professional and health coach. Welcome to Wellness Diary channel. I'm super excited that you're here because on this channel, we get to talk about fitness, we get to talk about mindset, we get to talk about nutrition, overall health, everything you need to know in order to become a happier, healthier you. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about some of the greatest dieting mistakes. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. Greatest dieting mistake number one, right? That is the all or nothing attitude, okay? And what I mean by that is either starving yourself or punishing yourself, okay? So you want to embark into the weight loss journey, and which is amazing, right? It's always a plus. And then you decide to just go in your cabinet, in your fridge, everything, and then just purge everything out. And then you just say, hey, I only want this amount of food every day, 7 days a week, and you're just set on that, right? As much as I absolutely loved determination, absolutely love the, hey, I'm gonna do it, which is amazing. Sometimes just adapting to an all or nothing attitude can work against you, right? Because you, in the long run, you end up either starving yourself and then punishing yourself from the little stuff that you might enjoy here and there. The main thing that people sometimes tend to forget when they're going into a weight loss journey is moderation is key, okay? So taking the time to enjoy a meal that you would actually truly enjoy, not necessarily a food that you're just addicted to, or something that's kind of like more emotionally eating, that's very different, but something that you truly enjoy. If you enjoy that with your kids, or you enjoy that with your significant other, once in a while, just enjoying something like that can make a big difference, okay? So where you feel like you're not punishing yourself, right? Because sometimes when you're get to the point and you feel like, hey, I can only eat this. Now, you may not necessarily giving your body enough calories that it needs in order to maintain the goal, okay? And in a long run, that's only gonna lead you to be a little bit more frustrated with yourself, right? And we all know starving ourselves will always work against you, right? Because the main reason why is when you starving yourself, you're creating a change in your metabolism. Your metabolism is the rate at which your body expands energy and burn calories, right? So that is very important, and that's the reason why you wouldn't necessarily want to make a change in your metabolism, right? So how do we burn calories, right? So we burn calories through BMR, which stands for basal metabolic rate. So that is the amount of calories you burn at rest. So for example, if you're sitting on a couch, you're not necessarily doing anything, you're just relaxing or sleeping, right? So that calorie that you're burning, that's what we call the BMR. That's what you burn at rest, where you're not actively trying to burn calories, right? The other way that you burn calories is through your daily activities. Simple. By me talking to you right now, I'm burning calories, right? So talking, just doing things around the house, or cleaning, or any little movement that you're doing, you're burning calories, right? And the last way, which is that we all familiar of, is through physical exercise, right? So then we know that, hey, you can set a target and say, hey, you want to burn this amount of calories doing your workout, so you can always do that. So those are the three ways that we burn calories, right? So now when you're creating a change in your metabolism and you're starving yourself, right? Because the body is really good at preventing you from starving itself, right? So that's the reason why it will always work against you, and then you always hit that plateau. Because when you're not eating enough, right? So now you're slowing down your BMR. And when you slow down your BMR, now when you're relaxing and you're not doing anything, you're not burning as much as you could be burning, right? Because you're breathing. Because now the body feels like, oh, well, I don't need that much energy anymore, okay? Because I'm not necessarily getting as much energy, so I don't necessarily need that much energy. So therefore, I'm not gonna work as hard. So now you're slowing down this whole process. So that is the reason why, by doing so, weight loss can be difficult, okay? From the start, you might see a drop. Of course, you're gonna see a drop because depends on how you approach yourself. The first thing is usually water weight, right? But to get into kind of like the stubborn area, the stubborn fat, you wanna make sure that you're taking in as much nutrient, as much energy from food that your body needs to work. Your body needs to function, okay? So adopting an all or nothing attitude can work against you. Second greatest dieting mistake is eating the same thing every day, okay? Now, eating the same thing every day can really work against you. And sometimes you might think that, hey, I'm doing myself a favor, I wanna stick with it, but it really, really can hurt you in the long run, right? Because when you eat the same thing every day, you are depriving the body from certain nutrients and macro that it needs to function, because our body requires a wide range of macro and micronutrients in order to function, to do its job, okay? So then by implementing a wide variety of foods, especially fruits and vegetables, right? You're meeting the body's needs, right? So that's why it's very important that you don't just stick to the same thing every day. Venture out in your fruits, venture out in your vegetables, right? Because that will actually help you a lot, okay? Now, the second reason why you don't necessarily want to eat the same thing every day is because it can hurt your gut. Gut health is important because a variety of foods promotes the environment that the gut needs in order to grow the good bacteria that we need to boost our immune system and improve digestion. So by limiting what you're taking in, by limiting the food that you're eating, right, you're not promoting that great environment. You're not promoting your gut to kind of build that good bacteria. And that is your defense mechanism to all the different sickness and disease that's out there. So it is very important that you mix your diet, okay? Now, the third reason why, right, you shouldn't be eating the same thing every day, 7 days a week, for however long you're trying to obtain this weight loss, is because it will create serious boredom, right? And if you get really bored, it will stunt your weight loss journey. So you don't necessarily do that. Like mentally, physically, your body will just be bored of it, right? So it's okay to venture out. Now, my suggestion would be to pick a plan that will allow you to implement different food, different color, just to help overall for your gut health, your mental health, and you feeling good, okay? So sometimes I do understand that when I mean by, hey, a different food, you don't necessarily have to eat something completely different every day, 7 days a week. No, you can meal prep, if you're someone who's either, you on a budget or you're trying to make it budget friendly, you can, prep maybe 3 different macros and different vegetables throughout the weeks, and then kind of mix and match it where you feel like, okay, every day you're eating a different meal, right? So if you had fish on Monday, the next time you had fish can be Wednesday or Thursday. So it's kind of like where if you meal prep for the week, you kind of mix and match your macros. Trust me, your mind will thank you for it. Your body will thank you for it. And overall, if you don't get bored with what you're eating, it's only gonna promote it's only going to promote results. Greatest dieting mistakes, 3. That is not setting goals. Oh my God, I hear that a lot where people feel like, hey, I want to lose weight, but they don't necessarily have a goal set for them, right? Not setting a goal is not making it a priority, okay? It's important if you know that, hey, I am trying to be lighter than I am today, or and it means a lot to you, set these goals, because that's what's going to help you stick to it, okay? And of course, you want to make sure that it is realistic, okay? Not something extreme where it's going to be hard to keep up with, okay? So make sure we set these goals. Track your progress, all right? And sometimes if you set a specific goal, term goal, and you didn't necessarily meet the goal, it's not the end of the world, okay? Because you can always readjust and set new goals. That's the point of setting goals, right? Because it's going to change day to day. Today, you might have wanted to lose 20 pounds, and then you wake up the next day, you feel completely different, and you feel maybe by just being 15 pounds lighter, I will be content. I'll be happy. I think I'll look great. Or you might see a picture of you where you were, maybe just 10 pounds lighter, and you love what you saw, and you feel like, hey, maybe at the end of the day, maybe I might just really need that. That's the whole purpose of setting goals, right? Because then you know that, hey, this is where I'm going. This is where I intend to go. This is where my focus is going to stay. And that is what I am going to strive to achieve. Greatest dieting mistakes, number 4, and that is giving up too soon. The thing is, we got to understand that it took time to put on that weight. It took time. It didn't happen overnight. It took time. It took years, right? So when it comes to you taking off the weight, it's also going to take time, and sometimes it might take longer, right? So that's why sometimes people will see stuff even on social media or on the internet that this person lost 60 pounds in 1 month, and they feel like, oh my God, I can do it too, and this and that. As much as I like the attitude, okay, if this person can do it, I can do it. But sometimes their techniques may not work for you. And that is the reason why is you don't look outside yourself. You want to look within yourself, okay? And then from there to trying to stick with that, where you feel like, or it's not comparing yourself to somebody else who did it a specific way. And then therefore, oh, if I can't do it this way, then what's wrong with me? You're going about it the wrong way. So it's just, that's what sometimes each of us is very different. Our body is going to react very differently to any little change that you make, right? So it's very important to understand that it's going to take time. So therefore, you don't want to give up so quick, okay? Somebody might have lost 60 pounds in 1 month, which is clinically proven. It's definitely not the best way of going about it. I mean, there's a lot of different research out there that can tell you that. But, and for you, it might take a little bit longer, and it's okay. So really setting your mind to understand that, okay, this person A had this result may not necessarily be the same for me, and really trying to focus on you, focus on your specific goal, focus on how, focus on that light at the end of the tunnel, your tunnel, not somebody else's. That's what's going to keep you going. So really trying to understand that, hey, there's might be time you might have a little setback, and it's okay, right? That happens. It's something that happens in life, that understanding, setting yourself up to understand that, hey, it's not going to be easy, but having that determination, sticking with my drive, that's what's going to give me the result. All right, guys, so that was the 4 greatest dieting mistakes, and some of them that I was actually guilty of, right? But I learned, make changes, and get the result that I was looking for. And also check out the free 7-day meal plans that I have for you. You can find it at wellnessdiary.com/7-day meal plan. It's absolutely free. You can download it right to your device and really kind of take a look at a plan that you can set for yourself, okay? And on that note, that was all for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, right? Don't forget to comment. Let me know what you think, okay? And also, please give this video a thumbs up. It does help. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscription button, right? And that notification bell, okay? Because I wouldn't want you to miss out on all the amazing contents that I want to share with you. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.